Yeah, that's better.
Right. That should be us live. I didn't set me YouTube up. But there is 3 eyes on the top of the screen. So welcome all, the 3 who are looking.
Oh, you can't see the chat?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
Hello, everyone.
No.
What, you can see chat?
No, I can't see no chat either.
I'm going to try something, Alex. If I get a lot of feedback, then I'll turn it off. Oh, no, the PlayStation you could turn off. I'll do that. Oh, damn.
Well, I might be able to do it, and we'll see it on this. Well, we got Jay. Jay is here. Well, welcome, Jay.
Turn the volume down on this. All right, okay. Go to there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's pull this up.
3 superheroes.
I don't know if I want to see my face on a 50-inch TV. I'm not quite sure yet.
Right, there are 5 people apparently. So we've got Jay and we've got Barnes White. Good evening. And there could be some others. So welcome to. Oh yeah, yes. Barnes has come up now as well, so that's good. So excellent.
What am I doing?
I don't know.
Nor do I. Never know what I'm doing, mate.
Yeah, just keep with it.
I've given up worrying about it now. Centric Man. Let's have a look.
Wolves is always happy to see his hobby chums. That is very nice. It'll be good to see you on the chat. So welcome all and sundry. If you want to chat, just stick it in the chat and we'll shout out your name.
Are you seeing chat now then, yeah?
I am seeing chat now.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Why can't I see that? Is it limited? Short.
What?
Past live streams.
Well, as we do, we'll do some introductions, and obviously I'm Kane, the eccentric man. If you haven't seen or heard me before, down below is
What? Oh, me.
that's John.
I'm busy doing something else. Hi, I'm John. I work at Lost Ark Games. Friend of Ken for many years.
Games. He does. And our guest, that's not the right arm, is it?
No. I'm Martin. I run the Green Dragon Games YouTube channel.
Yeah, Martin from Green Dragon Games. If you haven't checked out his channel, please do so, because he does some nice little bits and pieces on there as well, and is worth a follow. And you're not very far away from 1,000 subscribers, are you, Martin?
I think I'm 5 off at the moment. 5 more.
I think you just need a couple more, don't you?
Yeah, 5.
But if you haven't subscribed to Martin, subscribe to Martin this evening, and you'll hit him and take him over to 1,000, which will be a nice bonus. That would be good.
Yeah, certainly will.
So, interesting news this week. Well, it's a crazy week for me this week. My wife had an operation on her toe. I was telling Martin earlier on, and she's not been very mobile, and it's been very painful. So poor old thing. So, but she is getting a bit better with it. So yeah, my birthday was on Wednesday. So I did order something for my birthday, which is coming in the post. I managed to get an Amazon voucher for off one of the daughters, which was quite good. So I've got Waller's Army coming, a book about Waller's Regiment of the Southern Association for the English Civil War. So we'll see what that's like when that comes up. And then it was my daughter's birthday yesterday. So that was not very good timing that we arranged that. So yeah, so it's her birthday, and then my wife's birthday today. So I'm not celebrating her birthday with her. They are in the next room, 2 daughters, 1 work colleague, and they're playing on the Amiga 1000. Is it Amiga 1000 or Amiga 600?
Yeah,
the Amiga John. An Amiga John. they're playing.
They got
Good
the
evening, Paul's Paint Shed and John Pollock. Yeah, they're playing Dragon Tiles on the old Amiga. Crazy. So that's a strange thing. So how's your week been, John? Anything exciting you've been doing?
painting. Other than that, not much else. So I'm just trying to get this chat coming up on my screen, but I can't get it to come up.
Working.
So yeah, I've just been painting, working. I say I'm on holiday next week, so a lot more painting next week.
Yeah, and you were saying you're getting in the new Army Painter paints, speed paints.
We will be, yes, definitely getting in the new Army Painter paints. Yes, I've all looked into that, got them all sorted out. So quite expensive though, £160.
What, for a starter
You need
set?
space on the shelf
Yeah.
for them, John.
Yeah, no, I don't know where I'm going to put them. Yeah, okay. I don't know where I'm going to put them at home, and I don't know where I'm going to put them at shop. So yeah, bit of both really.
We were just looking before we came on air at John's paint racks on the side. You're only seeing a small sample of them, but it's got a few.
I've got, I don't know, I think that's 20, 25, 50, 100. I've got about 160 paint.
That's not bad, I suppose.
And I'm going to add another 50 for it. That'd be 210.
Yeah. I did buy, when it came out, the Foundry set of paints, the Triad set.
Yeah,
and I still have them. Because I then went from Foundry to Games Workshop Paint Citadel, but I'm now back to Foundry with Vallejo. So it's a circle that goes round. Good evening, Leon. Leon T66. Good evening to you.
What else has been going on in my world?
All right,
Not
Leon.
much really. Not much happening at the shop really, other than any new releases that come out. And as I say, what we mentioned.
Yeah, there is some new releases, aren't there?
Yeah. But there's not a lot.
No, but a big one that came out last week, or was it this week? Last Wednesday. Yeah, it's a week ago. Last Wednesday.
Wow. Oh, what? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Epic ECW. Well, I've got some pictures of them, so we'll have a little look at those, and have a perhaps chat with those. Martin, what have you been up to this week?
I've been finishing off me War of the Roses, Northumberland. You've got pictures you can show later on if you get a chance. Also been doing some mercenary units for the War of the Roses, which pretty much finishes my War of the Roses project for now. I'll be starting something new shortly. I've also been doing the British 8th Army. Now, I started a couple of months ago with the Gentleman's War starter set. So I did that, painted them all off, did the videos of the scenarios, and then what I did was I got the 8th Army starter set to expand the Gentleman's War set. So I'm just going through doing the 8th Army starter set now, which is pretty much done. All the infantry are finished. I've just got the couple of vehicles. There's a couple of Bren carriers and that.
Yeah, saw those on the video. The Bren carriers and the 6-pounder and the was it
25-pounder, which is a fantastic in the game. The 25-pounder is amazing because you can use it as light anti-tank gun as well as howitzer.
They are good. Yeah, that's well worth having.
Yeah,
and I think on one of the
stuff as well.
I think it's in one of the campaign scenarios for the 8th Army. It could be the Canadian book, or certainly in the Western Desert book. Your British 8th Army or your Commonwealth 8th Army can take 2 of the 25-pounders.
Yeah, there's also I've done some guys with turbines, those Sikhs as well.
Yeah,
and I only found out last night when I was looking through the Western Desert book that if you actually take them in the game, they get
another unit of 10.
They get 2 free things. They get the free artillery observer for the British, and you also get a free squad like the Russians do as well. So that's just
you do. Yeah. Yep. So you got Rob and Rose Hobden. Good evening to you. So we're seeing a few things in the chat that people are doing. So if you are working on things, let us know. Leon, I know that he's working on his Normans, and he's put a video up very recently on his Norman Victrix Normans, I think.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of them done as well.
He has got quite a lot of them done. Yeah. Where did they come from? How did he do them so quick? So what else we got? Paul's Paint Shed is working on Highlanders and Isleman for Harlaw. So does that mean you're doing tartan then, Paul?
You don't like tartan, do you, Ken?
I don't like tartan, no. John Pollock says he's got 210 paints, so that's not bad going.
Yeah.
What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 60 paints there. That's another 60 paints there. 120, 180, 200, and then the drawer, yeah, and then the drawer full of Citadel paints, which don't see the light of day very often. So, yeah, that's an awful lot of paint, isn't it?
Yeah,
awful lot of paint.
I've probably got about 80.
I look at my rack and I think, when was the last time I ever, or if I ever, used that particular pot?
Yeah, I do look at that with the Foundry ones, and in fact, well, mind you, all the Foundry ones have got their lids opened, so that is one thing.
Because I bought the Army Painters sort of starter set. It was at Salute, actually. They were doing a special deal.
Yeah.
And I think there's some colours in that I've never even touched.
Yes, I think that's probably the way it goes, isn't it? So we got, what else have we got? We've got John Pollock working on Blood and Steel, Franco-Prussian War, Jaegers and Prussian line. Barnes White, 15mm skeletons for fantastic battles. John Pollock says he's got some old Testers acrylics. We are terrible people in a hobby because we just keep what we've got, isn't it? It's just, you never know when it will come up useful.
I think I've still got some of the old dried out Citadel paints.
Oh yeah,
yeah, with the screw off lids.
There's hexagonal bottles.
Yeah, the screw off lids, and you shake them, it rattles because the paint's that hard.
No, I don't think I've got any of those. No. They went a long time ago. Paul says he's not painting tartan, fortunately, because it was before tartan as we know it. Bargain. That's a bargain then. No,
yeah, I've got Napoleonic Highlanders I keep putting off because of the tartan hilts.
Oh dear, Leon, you are very, very disadvantaged with only 72 paints. Dear, oh dear.
You make them go a long way, Leon.
It does make them go a long way. That is true. Yep. Yeah, black top hex bottles. Still got them. And the paint good in still good in them. Yeah. Craziness, isn't it? So yeah. So you can see John's paintbrush moving in action.
Oh yeah. Busy working away.
So painting wise this week, I've been mostly building and painting cavalry for different things. We did have a look at John's purchase from the store, which was the Sarissa cardboard roof tiles, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So John got into the store some packs of the Sarissa roof tiles, and I think they could be very useful, but they're pretty expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, £5 for one sheet.
£5 for one sheet.
And one sheet will probably do you one roof.
I'm not even sure it would do you one roof.
The individual tiles?
No, they're just basically strips, the same as you would do if you made your own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I was doing earlier today, making my own strips.
Yes, I think we decided on that, didn't we?
Yeah. It would save an awful lot of time-ish, but it would cost an awful lot of money, I think, when you think of some of the size of the roofs that we've got.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking just on, I'll get the building and I'll show you it. What are you doing, dogs? Come out. There might be some barking because one of the dogs has stolen the other dog's chair. Oh no, he's wandered off. Right, so yes. So the tried and tested.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the way I do
3
it.
week
Yeah.
boxes. And so we've got this going at the moment. So a building for the English Civil War. I can't. Who was it? Tabletop Combat.
Yeah.
So to put that together. So I've got the roof.
I've got one as well. I've got one on the go as well, but I can't show you that because I'm doing mine at work.
That would have been probably at least 1.5 sheets, because they double up, don't they? Double under, I think.
Yeah, you overlap them, don't you?
You overlap them.
Yeah.
So that would probably take 1 sheet, because I've then got the small outhouse. Didn't war bases sell roof tiles in the past? I think they probably do, but I can't remember what they were.
I'm not sure whether the ones we got in the shop actually are from war bases or from Sarissa.
Yeah, I can't remember which ones they are.
We stock both. I'm not.
And can you
not
see
sure
that?
where I got, not sure where I ordered them from, to be honest.
A chimney, John.
Chimney. You need some
Chimney.
smoke coming out of it.
It might do. That there is from Sabotaged 3D. So resin printed chimney stacks from Paul at Sabotaged 3D. But I think it just adds to it. So yeah, so I find it very boring sticking on the roof tiles, but it should paint up all right with a bit of luck. So yeah, as it is. So let's what should we do? Have a look at next then. Things that we've been painting up.
Yeah.
We can have a go and see how we get on with the pictures this week. I have tried a little bit to be a little bit more slick, shall we say?
Bit more professional.
Yeah. It might work.
Or are you going to fail miserably? Let's see how. Let's find out.
Yeah. Got to remember how to do it. Right. Okay. Here we go. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna close down some bits, so hopefully I won't kill us. Right. So no, I didn't want to do that. That's nearly worked. No, that's not working. I tried to minimize the screen. Got it. Okay, that's good. Minimize that screen. So let's have a look. Present. Got to go into there.
Did you put all my photos in one folder?
Yes-ish.
Okay. So it'd just be my stuff, and then you put everyone's individual figures in each other's folders, yeah?
Yeah, something like that.
Something.
I've got loads of folders. If I could actually minimize this. No, that's not what I wanted to do.
Maybe you need 2 screens.
Yeah, I'm trying to minimize the screen down, but let's have a look at Martin's then, shall we?
I'm having trouble. Please try one of the
Or maybe not.
Did you hear Alexa there? Ah, I'm trying to minimize this screen, but it's not having it. Ah, got it. Right, here we go. So, share screen. We're good.
Normal service will be resumed shortly.
Or not.
Hopefully.
Right.
Hey.
Hurry. So, Martin.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Let's take us through what you've got.
You should be able to zoom in, Ken.
That's the 8th
What's it
Army
done?
guys that I've done. They just need some more finishing up on the bases.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, not bad. I've done all 36 of these figures in 2 weeks, so I thought that was pretty good going.
36 in 2 weeks. Yeah, it's not bad going at all, is it?
Yeah. Not as fast as John like, but
Some more. There you go, your turban ones.
and they're the Sikhs. And basically all this is different heads which you get with the kit.
Yeah.
I use Bugman's glow for the skin instead of flesh tone.
And then the printing that you've been working on.
Yeah, that's the board in action, the new 40k sort of mini game that's come out. These are tiles have been printed on my 3D printer. Each tile is roughly 4 inches square. So I'm trying to 3D print a table rather than buying the Arc of Omens terrain.
Right, yeah.
They're magnetic, so you have a magnetic base which take little 5mm magnetic neodymium balls. So each base has got like 16. So they stick together.
That just jumped like it did. Poof.
Yeah.
You might be better off. You might be better off clicking the picture on the bottom of the screen
No, I think so.
rather than the arrow. Just click the picture. Ken,
Yep.
just click the picture, not the arrows.
Yeah. So those are the
Yeah, they're just Deathwing Terminators just to show you how big the terrain is, really.
yeah.
With Dark Angels. Far too many games. Like most of us.
So then there was a bit more 3D printing.
Yeah, that's the start of a Star Fort for my American Civil War.
Ah, yeah.
So I started printing them. I've got the corner, one of the corner pieces here. Actually, you can see it. Not quite a good size.
Uh-huh.
So that's the corner piece. Believe it or not, that piece there took 7 hours to print.
Good grief. Yeah, that's it with the printing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not quick to print them. Like the Wall Street wall section there was 3 hours, so it's not a quick process doing them. The board and action train before the wall sections, they were about 7 hours each, and the floor sections take 4 hours to do. So it's not a quick process at all.
No, I had one of the Barons Wars STL files that Paul from Sabotage 3D did for me. It was the chapel, and he just said it took a long time.
Yeah.
So what do we got here, Martin?
So that's Northumberland in the front with his retinue, and then behind it is two units of Bill and Bow with War and Roses. This is what I've done this week. They've just got to finish the basing on the back 2 units of Bill and Bow. But they're getting there. I had to go. I don't know if you can zoom in on the actual guy himself. I had to go at painting the coat of arms.
Right, yeah.
There. It's not brilliant. Like it looks okay at 3 foot, which is like everything I painted.
It is from the distance, isn't it? So yeah.
Yeah, so that's Northumberland and his retinue, and then this is some mercenary crossbow.
Yeah.
Again for War of the Roses. Again, it's just a small unit that using the old Hail Caesar rules. But we've gone for standard units is 3 bases, and small units is 2 bases, and a single unit is 1 base.
Right.
And then last up is the block of pikemen. The Burgundian pikemen. Again,
Right.
they just need base. They should all be done by this week, Sunday afternoon now. So they should all be based up and ready to go. And that'll be my English War of the Roses project done. I'll probably do a army showcase on Sunday, showing you everything that I've got done so far. I've got 4 battalions, so it's like four guys with his battles, basically his armies. So I've not done too bad.
No, it's not bad at all then, is it?
Very nice.
Yes, very nice. Well done, Martin. So let's have a little look at John's work this week.
Well, 2 weeks.
As I've done, I'm going to mess around with it. So what have we got there then, John?
Right, they are spectres for the Kings of War that we're doing. Well, I'm doing at the moment. Basically, we've got the starter box, which I'm getting painted up so we can start playing at the store. I've got my first game in 2 weeks' time. Yeah, they're spectres. They're from the Night Stalker. Well, as you can see, they're very easy to paint. They were. It didn't take me long at all. I was going to do extra work on them, but I just decided not to in the end.
All right.
That's them. And then we've got scarecrows. So basically what the Night Stalkers are, it's where the rift is open. There's like the abyss in between the different worlds. And I can't remember what actually happened because I'm still reading the lore, but something occurred. I think it was the breaking of a crystal, and it sucked all the humans, creatures, and everything into this void,
right?
The abyss, where they then became deformed. So these represent farmers, that have been deformed. Oh yeah. So they got pumpkin head ones there and scarecrow. They are nice.
Some bigger gribblies.
Okay, they are basically something. What are they called? Give me a second. 1 second. Get me a book. I meant to do this before. They are.
I'll just pan across.
They are. They're the only one I can't remember. Right, here we go. They are butchers.
Right, okay.
Okay, so.
Look, very much Geiger influence, don't they? Got that alien feel, haven't they?
Yeah. They were quite nice to paint, actually. I tried a different technique on them, which worked quite well. So I put the army paint, speed paint on, light blue, and then I put a dark blue over the top, and then used water just to take off the top surface.
Right, yeah.
And it come up really well. I was quite pleased how they come out. I've only got to paint a load more in the future, but never mind. They are snow trolls. They are basically need just the base now, because I haven't done the bases on these because I need to buy bases at Hammerhead.
Right, yeah.
So I can have them in regiments. But they are snow trolls.
Okay.
They are part of the Northern Alliance, which is the other side that fights the in the starter box. It's just 3 of them. And then the next one that you went to, they are the.
I'll put that up next.
Yep, they are the ones I've got. So they're basically now what I've got to get painted. They are human clansmen from the Northern Alliance. And there's 20 of them, and I've also got today I built another 20 at work, which are the Hunters Regiment. And then right at the front, if you just go to the front of the picture, can you go back? Yeah, them 2 at the front. So they're the leaders. So there's the Eye-Kin Master Hunter, and on the other side we have a Night Stalker horror. They are both magic users. So they're part of what I want to get painted next week.
They look like they're going to be a little bit of hard work to paint.
To be honest, I think they could be very easy because there's a lot of leather.
Yeah. Ah, right. A lot of leather.
And again, I'm using speed paint, and they take
Right.
so don't take long with speed paint.
Okie doke.
Right. So that's what I've been doing for Kings of War.
Yeah.
And
then
course, I finished the first unit of English Civil War.
That should hopefully come up very soon.
This is Hobson's regiment of foot. Got to do the command yet because again we're going to get the bases up at Hammerhead.
Oh, yeah, Hammerhead.
Yeah, so I have the four figures painted at the moment. We're going to have a little discussion about that. Ken don't know that yet, but we're going to have a little discussion about it.
I thought we had already had a discussion about that.
We're going to have a rediscussion about it.
A rediscussion. Oh,
a rediscussion before we go to Hammerhead.
Changes every day.
Does that mean you changed your mind?
Yeah. It's to do with the depth of the command base.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, what depth to go for.
Okie doke. Yeah, so
that picture, that looks like all the pike are slightly bent, but they're not.
No,
the picture just gives that illusion.
Takes them, isn't it? So, no, looking very good, John.
Yeah, they're coming on. I enjoyed painting them.
Yeah.
What I'm not enjoying painting is the next picture.
Yeah. Okie dokie. We go on to that.
Right. Harquebusier cavalry unit. That's what I'm working on at the moment. I hope to have them done by Sunday. I'm not enjoying these. They are plastic horses and resin, and metal figures. Don't know, just something about them I don't like.
Yeah.
Just not enjoying them. I want to get back to doing the infantry. So I really enjoyed doing the infantry.
Yeah, it might
be boring as well.
There's a lot of them. 12 horses. Okay.
12, yeah. And we've got loads of them to do as well.
Although if you're called Leon, then 12 horses is just a drop in the ocean, I reckon. Leon says he's so sick of painting cavalry.
We've got a lot. That's why I'm doing sort of like a cavalry and infantry, sort of like just mixing it up a bit.
Yeah.
And chucking in a bit of Kings of War in between, just to have a break. So that's what I've got and what I'll be doing. So next week, the following weeks from now, is finish off this English Civil War cavalry unit, paint 2 units of Kings of War, and build and start painting my next infantry unit for English Civil War.
All right. So what have I?
And I might throw something else in, Ken, which you don't know about. I might also have some Greek hoplite 28mm that I'll be doing. Some
Greek hoplites?
Yes, in 28mm.
Right. Okay. Dear, oh dear.
Ken might have another project in the future, just to let you know.
Oh, no, not another project. Right. Well, this is something that I've been working on, which is one of the Charlie Foxtrot ruins. It's his new range of the Pantile House range, and this was one of them. Very kindly sent it to me as a prototype. Because if you've seen the channel before, you'll have seen the video that I posted it must have been a month ago now, and where I showcased all the Pantile buildings. So we got this one.
The MDF, and you've applied a plaster on them, as you can.
Yeah, MDF, and it's just the old polyfiller on the outside, applied with a spatula type thing.
Can you zoom in on the roof a bit more? Right.
That plastic, is it?
No, it's resin, isn't it?
The roof tiles are 3D printed resin. So
quite a flat roof, isn't it?
So it comes out quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else have I been doing?
I thought that was it then for a minute.
What, the house?
Just the house.
Let's have a look. I've got to share this, haven't we, again? Because I closed down the window. We've got to go into share screen, pick up Windows. So, yeah. The
Oh, look.
ECW. Bing! There it goes.
Some parliamentarians to shoot.
Some parliamentarians. John Merrick's regiment. So, yeah. So we've got those. And however we're going to do the command base, and however wide it's going to be, so yeah, they come out all right, I thought.
No, they're good, mate.
Yeah. No, again, quite enjoyed those, painting those myself as well. What else have we been doing? A bit of American Civil War. Somebody's asking, when is Hammerhead? 4th of March.
Yep.
At Newark Showground. Leon says, wasn't John Merrick the Elephant Man? Yeah, that was a distant relative. I could paint him up and put him in the front rank.
Yeah. Bag over his head, you'd be well one.
Come in. Good evening, Andy. So, yeah, these are the 8th Texas Cavalry for my American Civil War Rebels and Patriots Army, which is the Texas Brigade. And these are Terry's Texas Rangers, apparently. So, yeah, they were a bit of fun to paint up. First cool figures.
You have horses and a horse holder with them.
No, I've got to have to think about those. Next up is a unit of skirmishers. Didn't do this last week. This was the week before. So just a nice little unit of skirmishers. Coming along quite nice with them. A little artillery piece. And then 1 foot regiment. The 1st Texas Infantry. And then to finish off, the main man, Hood, and some casualty figures. Take care, John Pollock. See you next time.
See ya.
So, yeah, that's them. And then what did I do? Now, we were asked, weren't we, John, whether we could show some of your American War of 1812.
We were indeed.
We were indeed. Now, let's see if we can get this done.
Let me stop me painting so I can say what they are and everything.
So this is just the overview of the Americans.
Yep.
So then first up.
The one at the front, that's the 1st American Rifles. I'll say before we start looking at all of these, I painted these for fun. So I found a site, the 1812 blog, which gives you loads of uniforms that were worn during the war. And I looked at them and thought, I really like some of them uniforms. I just want to paint regiments in them uniforms to play on the table. And that's what I've done. So they may not be 100% accurate in the fact that some of these regiments might have only had 50 men. But it's a bit of fun doing it just for fun.
I do think the rule of cool applies.
It's big time. And
once we start looking at them.
yeah. So what we got there, that's That's the 5th Maryland Militia Unit. In the blue and red.
Yeah.
They've got some lovely uniforms. Right, they are Pluchet's New Orleans Brigade. He basically had fought in the Peninsula War. He's French, and he'd gone to America with a lot of other Frenchmen, and he dressed all his troops in French uniform. And this particular part of the force fought at the Battle of New Orleans. So the years, again, in this, the years are not necessarily all in the correct year period. So I'm just building the subject matter rather than the actual years. They are the Maryland Independent Blues with their top hats on.
Yeah.
Top hats.
There's a lot of things with top hats in this army.
There's another lot of you with the top hat.
Now, have they got brown trousers?
Yeah, they got brown trousers.
Oh, they are Canadian volunteers that fought for the Americans.
Ah, what? God, terrible thing.
I know, it's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then they are, I've forgotten the name of them.
These aren't the Louisiana Blues, are
They're the Louisiana Blues. Yeah, they're the Louisiana Blues. They all wore hunting shirts. Well, not all of them, but the ones I've depicted are all wearing hunting shirts in like a very lightish grey blue.
Yeah, I have all the right units, but not in the right order. Exactly.
Yeah.
That is the thing. Yeah. Yeah.
It is.
For those of a certain age who watched Eric Morecambe and Ernie Wise, and Eric Morecambe playing the piano very badly, I have all the right notes, but not necessarily in the right order. Yeah. Love that one.
These are the British.
Oh, is that British? I thought that was
Yeah,
Canadian. Are they not? All right. Well,
they're Canadian. They're Canadian. They're British force.
Right. They snuck in there.
Yeah, there was another unit of British Americans that maybe didn't photograph.
Oh, I might have not done, or I've put them in the other bit. So
You put them in the wrong order. You put them in the wrong order. Right. So anyhow, these are lower Canadian militia that fought for the British. Very similar to troops from your period, Ken.
Oh, right. Yeah, the French Indian War.
Was that it?
No, I've got some more coming up.
All right. I was going to say,
Another folder.
On the British. Another folder.
There we go. There is the British.
Oh no, they were Americans. Sorry, I'm getting myself confused.
Oh, good. I did take the right pictures
I'm
then.
putting it down to age. All right. So I've got myself confused there. They are. Yeah, they were on the American side. Right. Okay. Now I've got. How close can you get to them? All right, they're blue. So they are the 1st Regiment of Foot, blue facings, Royal Scots.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then they are the 104th New Brunswick Regiment. The flags I've used are flags of war.
Yeah. Yeah, they got the exact flags for the regiments, wasn't it? And
and on the Americans, I say they had exact ones as well on the Americans. Yeah. They're the Glengarry Light Infantry Riflemen. So they were dressed as British 95th Rifles. Same uniform. They are the Glengarry Militia, and they were very nice to paint. I enjoyed painting them.
Yeah, I think probably one more. Oh no, that's them, isn't it?
That's this 2nd York.
Oh, that's the 2nd York. Oh yeah, because it's
York Militia, slightly different, same green but slightly different.
Yeah. And I think that's it, John.
There's a few regiments not seen.
Right.
There's about another 6 regiments that were on the day, but and also I had a cavalry. I've got a cavalry unit, the Boston Hussars for the Americans. They were only ever garrisoned, never actually fought in any battles at all, but they looked damn good on the table. And Ken's first battle, he charged them across the bridge.
I did.
The first battle we ever fought.
They took out one unit, went into another unit, and then got duffed. But
yeah, got beat up. And
that's how it goes.
I've got about another 30 to 40 units to paint.
That was 30 to 40. Was that 30 to 40 units, John?
30 to 40 units I've got to paint. I've got at least 3 units of dragoons.
Yeah.
I've got at least another 6 British infantry. I've got another 4 American actual proper infantry, like line infantry rather than militia. I've got artillery to paint. I've got rocket launchers to paint. Yeah, there's a load more. There's a lot. There's a lot.
That is another big project simmering away beneath, isn't it?
Well, that's my project. As I said to you before, that's the project I'm just going to slowly do, a unit at a time, slowly build it up until we can have one massive, great big battle.
Paul asked, will we do a video battle report? We will. We did play one on the other Wednesday night, but it's a little bit busy in the store sometimes, isn't it, on a Wednesday?
What we try and do is we try and get maybe arrange to play a game, because we do occasionally have a Sunday.
Yeah.
And if Ken's free on a Sunday, we can play a game.
Yeah. So that's what the bit of painting that we've been doing, and some of John's, because people asked about John's work, so that's his 1812. So something big that happened last Wednesday, and people have probably seen a few of the videos that are out there on different places. Miller's Miniatures has obviously got some up if you check out his YouTube channel. But what are we talking about? Well, there we go.
Too small.
Pike and the shot, epic. Yeah. Just when you think it was safe to go back into the water, they bring out their Epic ECW.
I'm annoyed about this, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just brought a load of 28mm.
Yes, surprisingly, John and myself have.
Yeah, I'm not annoyed about it.
No, I think it's a funny one, because they brought out the ACW range, and I really quite like them. Even though that the hats, there's not a lot of keppies in them, but they brought this out, and the ACW I really like. Now, this for ECW is really good for people who want to get into it and they haven't got anything. But I really do, in this period, prefer the 28mm. Just purely for the visual and painting of them, because I really like them. I do really like them.
The thing I like about
I am finding, I think I would struggle big time, because I'm even struggling with 15mm now.
Yeah.
The Assyrians we've just finished. I started off, they were fine, but I just, near the end of it, I just thought, I don't want to paint any more of these. And it took me weeks to get the last few painted because I just didn't want to do them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I've got the we've still got the 15mm French Wars of Religion to paint up. So
yes, we have. Yeah,
that'll go. I mean, I quite like. They're not too bad painting.
They're
wise.
nicer figures as well. I mean, it's also the fact the Assyrians were very, they're part of their really old Essex range.
Yeah.
And they did not make the chariots big enough to put the crew in the back.
No.
You know, I just got frustrated with that.
There was just certain things with the old Essex castings, but they we've done the army, so that's good. And I
You're
stuck
done
out
now,
the
all ready to go.
yeah, and I put out my showcase video on them yesterday. And what I'll do, John, is next time we get yours down, I'll do a video showcasing of them, and I'll stick that up on the channel.
Just so you can see, Ken. I
yeah,
have got something else to paint. Probably can't see what they are. Gendarmes.
Ah, yeah, from the French religious wars.
Yeah, I've actually based some up ready to paint, so
Excellent.
I might manage to get them done next week as well when I'm off.
Oh, that'd be good then. So yeah, I think it's not bad, is it really, when you think about it? But I don't think I could face painting them.
The thing I like about it is with the American Civil War one, they made the units 5 bases wide, which put them at the same size as a 28mm unit.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I played them with 3 bases wide, and I don't know if they've listened to public opinion, whatever, but they've actually made these 3 bases wide. Although realistically, it fits 3 bases wide with having it shot on either side and a pike in the middle. So
yeah.
This game, I think, fits the Epic style better than the other two.
Yeah, Axis and Aliens says that he's looking forward to our ECW project. Yeah, it's starting to work through. We've started the units on those, so that's good. Yeah, they are. I think if you're new to it, then and you don't really want to go, they should be all right. And even for speed painting, I would hazard a guess they're not going to be too bad to do. But I'm not sure I could face doing another lot of small figures.
Well, let's just say my American Civil War, which I've got 12 regiments for each side, took me 8 months to do last year.
Yeah.
And it sort of put everything else on hold for 8 months while I did them, because I foolishly got suckered into it. So I'm not getting suckered into these. I'm doing my 28mm, and it's very nice. But
it is
3 or 4 years now, when everything else is painted, I might do it.
But it is. I do like the 28mm stuff. And I mean, John showed his cavalry. I'll just move my little camera live in action. I'll switch around the light so we might get a little bit better on it. I don't know how well that's coming across. But this is the cuirassiers, Hazelrig's lobsters. So 12 cavalrymen painting them up. And hopefully I should have them finished by Sunday for our weekly painting tally.
Yes, for our league, our painting league.
For our painting league, yeah. There we go, Martin, just for you.
Woohoo!
Not sure how well that's going to work. Just a little unit of the Epic ECW. But yeah, so that'll be the cavalry to paint. So yeah, coming along. And then we'll do the next infantry unit, which will be some red uniforms, I think.
My next infantry is yellow.
Ooh, that's bold.
Primrose yellow.
Is that the like more mustardy than bright yellow, isn't it? Is that one?
It's actually, from what the pictures I've got, is that because basically, I'll be honest, I found some pictures that somebody else has painted, so I'm painting them the same. Cheating. It's the easiest way to do them. Yeah, it's quite yellow. It's quite a light yellow. You could say it's more like a buff.
Yeah.
Buff colour.
Barnes White says he has 4 of those Essex chariots and they're way too small.
Yep.
Leon's emailed Warlord to see if they'll send him a sprue. Yeah, seems good to me.
Ken's Egyptians were fine because they only had 2 crew in the back.
Well, mine were okay. Two crew, yeah.
Yeah, mine were the same size but had 3 crew, and you think, I actually put them in. I've sort of jammed them in and then put loads of super glue on the base, so they just all gel together.
Yeah. Axis and Alien says he's resisted the Epic Napoleonics because he spent so long painting them in 28mm. Yeah.
We are quite lucky at our club. We have a chap, another chap by the name of Martin at our club.
Oh yes.
He 3D prints as well, so he's 3D printed loads of figures as well to go with it. And he's done the American Civil War, and he's now completing his large French and British. I believe it's French and British he's done.
In 28.
So we'll let him do them.
Oh,
and he's already
he's done the Epic side, hasn't he? Napoleonics.
He's doing the Epic Napoleonics.
Yeah.
And he's also already inquired with me whether I will pre-order for him the English Civil War ones. So we'll have the English Civil War, so I'm not going to bother doing it.
No.
We just borrow his.
He'll do both sides as well. So
yeah, do both sides. We can just borrow his ones.
Yeah, he'll do both sides. Good evening to Shakos and Sprues. G'day. Yeah, it's on that. So yeah, I think it'll be interesting for people to do the epic size English Civil War.
Yeah, I just
Airman Pride and Joy is Civil War epic. Yeah, you did. I put them up, didn't I, as a prize, and you won those. So yeah, you got those ones.
Yeah, just a quick one for Leon. I emailed Warlord, asked him for a sprue, and he said you got to have at least 2,000 members on your YouTube channel to get one. So Leon should be all right.
Yeah, really? Yeah.
You got they said you had a limited number of sprues, so you could only give them out to YouTube channel for the high numbers, over 2,000.
Yeah, I emailed Warlord Media to see whether they wanted to pick up on the 28mm ECW that we're doing.
Yeah.
And that was last week. Not had a reply. So.
Yeah, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I actually got a reply of Paul Swear, believe it or not.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Not wasn't asking for anything, but just said whether they wanted to pick up and cover it. So
yeah.
Well, we'll see whether we get a response from them, but so far, no. But there we are. Well, what else did I have come through the post? I'm not sure where I put them now. Lost them. I put them somewhere safe. There we go, John.
Oh, right. Are they any good?
These are from War Games Designs.
They're the ones off the eBay, yeah?
These are off eBay, yeah. They are very
They look small, the 28mm.
They're cavalry ones.
The cavalry, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean the cavalry lancers are not.
You didn't buy any infantry ones?
No. So if you look at the banner.
Yeah, they'll fit, yeah.
So they should be okay. They're not particularly bright in colour.
Right.
Just as well it's metal and not plastic. As I've just dropped it off the top of my computer tower. Yeah, they're not particularly bright in colour. However, what they say is that once you've glued them and stuck them on and done the edges, paint them over with an acrylic matte varnish. And then that will deepen the colours. So we shall have a look at that. Yeah, Andy Shaw says there's going to be sprues with the War Games Illustrated. That they will.
Yeah. If you get 3 copies, it's the same as a box.
Yeah. Shakos and Sprues says there's they're understaffed at the moment. The last time I chatted to them, yeah, I think everyone is understaffed, isn't it? In most places.
I hope them flags are colour fast then, because when you paint them with the varnish, you might run.
That is what I have had that happen with some. So I'm hoping that, that this is what they said on the extra little bit that they sent with it about how to do them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just says finally either spray with matte varnish, right, or preferably paint on solvent or acrylic-based matte varnish, as this really deepens and enhances the colours as well as extra protection. Be careful not to use watered down or very watery looking acrylic varnish or overwork any varnish, as this could adversely affect the ink on the flags. Yeah. So there we go. I'll use the tin of Winsor and Newton spray, and then that should work it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. Leon says he's had an email from Paul Sawyer, so ask for his address, so you may well get some, Leon. So that'll be good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Shakos and Spruce says tried the War Games design flags, good value and variety, but not as good as Flags of War. No, you are right there. Not as good as Flags of War. We like those, don't we?
Yeah, that's my choice of preference.
Flags of War don't have as many of the cavalry regiments that I could find for the particular, because John and myself are doing the battles of the West in the English Civil War. Yeah, we are.
Are we?
We are.
Okay.
That's what we agreed on. You've got Hopton. I've got Waller.
Yeah, I know, but my Hopton isn't for the West.
Where is your Hopton taking battle, John?
Sorry? Well, it's not. You know the other book we got with all the scenarios?
Yes.
None of the regiments I'm doing are in that book.
There we go. That's handy.
But they are part of Hopton's.
Yep.
I think they were based. I'll tell you in a second. Give me a minute.
Yeah. Well, with these ones, it's quite good because I know that I've got William Waller's horse, William Waller's dragoons, and I've got the Fines family horse. So, and I know we've got at least 4 regiments of horse we're painting up, aren't we? So I've got enough to do the regiments of horse. I've got enough to do the dragoons, and I've got the flags for Hazelrig's lobsters. So that'll be good to go. I'm good with the cavalry. So, and that's only cost me a tenner, so that's not bad. So that's reasonable, I thought.
John's missing in action.
Flags of War is something like $3.50 for 2 flags. So we have to cut our cloth somewhere, as they say. So Martin, what area are you going for?
Well, I was going to do King Charles and do his units at first. His bodyguard, what was his personal guard called? Can't remember now. They're all red, so they should be easy to paint.
Yeah, there's a lifeguards, isn't there?
Lifeguard, yeah, because I got the Charles figure, and I got the pike and shot. What's it called? The King and Country set. That one.
Yeah,
I got that one. But being me, I got 2 boxes, so I can do 1 for each side. So I got Oliver Cromwell as well.
Oh, right, yeah. Yep.
So they were pretty much all over the country, so they can fight anywhere, can't they?
Yeah.
Right. That's the book we got. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the book we got.
Yeah.
And I can only find information on 1 regiment of foot out of that book.
Really?
And I can only find 1 flag for regiment, and that is Hopton's. That's the only one I can find.
That is the flags are the difficult bit.
And it's also the colours of the uniforms. out of that in that book.
Yeah.
But my other Hopton book, which I can't find, that I can't find. I found more regiments, but it covers Hopton's whole campaign, not just in the West. But we can pretend they're in the West, you know.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, as long as we have a decent war game.
Paul says cavalry standards are quite difficult to get info on. They are, yeah. And you just wonder, are they correct? I mean, I don't know.
I could find nothing on these Harkobuses I'm painting. Absolutely nothing.
No. Yeah,
other than a picture.
The flags would probably change when the commanding officer would change, and that is true. And also, if they had a uniform, the uniform would change as well when the commanding officer changed. So
the officer paid for the uniform, didn't he?
Yeah, it's a tricky one, but again,
it's also materials.
Yeah, it's what you can do, isn't it? And as far as you can go, you try to find the bits and pieces and do as best you can and paint them up. And rule of cool applies. If it looks good, that's good enough for us.
Yeah.
I'm basically doing it from the King and Parliament blog.
Yeah,
the other one you sent me, Ken.
The keep your powder dry.
Yeah, so I'm doing it from both of them to actually get my units.
I saw a little pamphlet. Somebody posted it on Twitter, and I'll have to find it again. It's the Hertfordshire Records something or other, and they stick out little documents every now and again. And there's one on the effects of the English Civil War on Hertfordshire, and it talks about what went on and how things went on. But it also talks about a regiment that was in Hertfordshire, blue uniforms with grey trousers.
They are actually part of the army.
Trained band.
Yeah, they're part of Hopton's army.
Yeah,
because I had that unit as one of the units I wanted to do.
Mark says he's looking forward to hearing John's Cornish accent for Hopton's force. Yeah, that would be interesting.
I'll practice that for next time.
Yeah.
Now, how can I find someone who does Cornish accent?
It'll just be a pirate, won't it, John?
Isn't that comedian Jeffro? Isn't he from Cornwall?
Or my lovely, he might be.
Yeah. So I'll have to watch some of his videos and get his accent.
I remember when I was at college, and this is some years ago. There was a guy from Cornwall, and he was, atypical Cornishman, strong Cornish accent, fairly big chap with ginger hair and a full ginger beard. I don't know if John's got this one. Have you got this book, John? The Armies of Sir Ralph Hopton, the Royalist Armies of the West.
That's the book I got. Yeah,
that's the one you got. Yeah.
So his Armies of the West. So they are West, but they're not in that other book. They're not in the scenario book.
So, and I've gone for the same author, Lawrence Spring, for the Armies of Waller's Armies of the Southern Association.
We're nearly correct.
Has a look at Culliver's books, Partisan Press. They've got some pamphlets, basic but full of info. I think they probably bought more books for this project than we bought for others, haven't we?
Yeah, and I want to see what I can pick up at Hammerhead as well.
Yeah, and as I say, we're up at Hammerhead, so we'll have a good nose. Shakers and Sprues is asking, can we tempt Ken to CrackCon? See, I did fancy going up to CrackCon last year, but the trouble is, it coincides very closely to Selwig in October, and I'm not sure if we can really do two with a week apart. Is the thing.
And we've got to do Selwig.
And we've got to do Selwig to return the trophy, haven't we?
Yeah.
And we must get that. We must get that engraved.
Yeah. I know.
I'll collect it and I'll take it.
Yeah, you get it done. Just get us a receipt and then we'll put it through the till.
Yeah. Did it get it done in the market?
Probably. Best bet.
Yeah, I have to do that. So yeah, dependent. I had considered CrackCon to take the Dad's Army game up and give that a whirl.
Where is that?
Probably Derby. That's a far way north, John.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Not sure if I can go that far north.
No, it's hard work, isn't it? It's very steep up north.
I've only driven through it going to Scotland. So
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was a long time ago.
Yeah, so yeah, well, I'll have to have a look at the dates because I know they're going to do CrackCon 4, and it's just a matter of timing, really. Because when's Partisan?
The first one, sort of June, isn't it? June, July?
That's Hammerhead, isn't it?
No, March is Hammerhead.
Oh, yeah, no. Then the first Partisan is June. And then do they have the other Partisan?
Yeah, later in the year.
Later in the year.
I think that's September time.
Paul's paint shed, it's no further than driving to Newark. Really? It's not too far away from Newark, is it? So,
and then we got to decide whether we're going to visit Salute or not.
Yeah.
As just a visit.
Yeah. I might have, John, possibly a way forward for Salute.
Because I just need to know, because I need to book the day off.
Okay, then. Yesterday, I was offered a ticket for Salute and a trip and being taken there.
Oh, right, okay.
So they've got a couple of tickets. So I may go back to them and speak to them and see if I can get you a ticket and a ride.
Okay.
But yeah.
I mean, I know I won't have a problem getting the day off. I just got to let him know.
Yeah, it's just getting the timing, isn't it? With that.
I work for a very good. If he's listening, I work for a very good governor. All right, give me an example. Give me an example. I asked for Monday and Tuesday off, and he gave me the whole week.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Yeah.
I've done that on 2 figures.
What's that?
On exactly the same figure. Never painted the cuff on one arm. On exactly the same figure.
Uh-huh.
I think that's all the leather work done. Hey, that's all the leather work done.
It's just sometimes you go back over a figure, you've painted it, you then put a varnish on it, you've based it, and then you pick it up and look at it and you think, I didn't paint that bit.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's like,
and sometimes it's the most strangest thing that you haven't painted.
Yeah. Yeah.
I seem to find I missed the straps under the arms.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I've got very lazy with painting some things like that. So if it's not very obvious to see, it doesn't get painted.
What is the rule now? What is the distance rule?
3 foot.
3 foot.
Oh no, it's 6 foot for me.
Leon says, I always find missing bits as soon as I video them. Yeah. Yeah. Guaranteed.
I've taken photographs of stuff and then suddenly you see a little white dot on the photograph.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, I must have missed that bit.
Funny you should say that. The picture I sent of my 8th Army, the British part, if you look at it, there's 2 figures on the front that I missed putting the wash on. And it was only after I sent the picture I noticed it. So the others have all got a wash on, but there's 2 at the front on the left-hand side that have not got any wash on. I was like, ah.
Oh. Excellent.
It is, isn't it? It's Yeah, I've got to go over all these cavalry now and touch up bridles and touch up stirrups.
I must be mad because I'm the only one I think that actually likes doing horses, apart from Leon, but he does loads of them anyway.
Yeah, so we've got. It keeps coming back to me and saying there's a lot of cavalry to paint. But as I say, if we do it, infantry unit followed by cavalry unit followed by infantry unit followed by cavalry unit, we should be there, shouldn't we?
I think what put me off cavalry is painting all them 50mm post-Mongol Russian.
Yeah,
there was a lot of cavalry.
Shakos and Spruce says he's a weirdo who likes painting cavalry too. Yeah.
Some cavalry's nice, but some of it's a bit.
Also says Warlord misses bits as well. Look at the 6 rates from the Black Seas. They're missing the figurehead section and look like a catamaran. Oh dear, that's just reminded me of the box in the cupboard.
Yeah, my French fleet's in the other room.
My British fleet is in the cupboard under the stairs.
Never going to be touched.
Yeah, I've
You
got
don't
British.
think so?
When it came out, we had a special day on the launch, didn't we? And
we did.
We had Master and Commander being played in the shop, and we had everyone turning up. We played a couple of games. I don't think we've ever played it since.
I've got the Master and Commander video, and
you went and bought it.
I've got Hornblower CDs. DVDs.
We got all enthusiastic about it, and then it fizzled. As soon as you started doing rigging.
Yeah, seen the rigging video and fence.
Oh no.
I don't know why they didn't do what they, because the Armada game by Mantic are based on the same rule system.
Yeah.
And their ships, the sails in their ship are actually molded plastic. Yeah. You haven't got to do all that arsing about with a bloody putting the sails on and all the rest of it. And to me, that's what I just lost interest. Because I painted up.
He doesn't like painting anything.
Well, I painted up Charlie's army, didn't I? I painted up his fleet, and that done it for me. Once I painted one, I didn't want to paint anymore.
Yeah, Leon says he doesn't like painting anything, and if he wins the lottery, he'll never paint again.
Mission painting.
Yeah.
I got Royal Sovereign and a load of third rates because I was going to do Collingwood's airline from Trafalgar.
Yeah.
So I started getting the ship, and then this is good. And I watched the video on the guy rigging it, and putting it around, little glue. Really, I haven't got time for that.
No, it's yeah. Andrew Toll says, "Morning, guys." So obviously coming in from across the seas.
Morning.
Yeah, morning.
Says, I think the rigging scared me off, says Mark. Yeah, I'm not bothering with it. I suppose the only rigging that is going from the front of the ship up to the top of the mast, next to the mast, and then down to the back. Can't be doing putting up rat lines.
And that takes enough time doing that, because that's what I did on mine. Because the sails on the front, I don't know what they're called, but the sails on the front, you then have to glue onto that rigging.
Yeah.
It's an absolute pain. I thought, nah.
No.
Enough of that.
What's on your shopping list then, John, for Hammer?
Oh, not a lot. You know what it's like for me.
Yeah.
Because I sold it in the shop, there's no point buying it at shows.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Eagle Miniatures.
Oh,
they do 28mm English Civil War.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I'm gonna have a look and see how they compare. And I might buy some figures off them just to mix in with the units.
Yeah.
See if they've got any commanders and that or whatever, just to mix them all in.
Yeah.
Perry Miniatures. If I can pick up a Royal Marine infantry unit.
All right, yeah.
For the 1812 campaign, because they were used there.
Yeah, I've been thinking of painting up a Royal Marine unit for my French Indian War.
Yeah.
just to throw in with the Navy men. But looking at the pictures, they either have the Grenadiers Mitra,
Right.
or you can do them without. So it just means that
Yeah.
I've got another little order to Galloping Major. And
The great thing with the Perry Napoleonic range, of course, is 1812. They wore the exact same uniform, which is quite cool.
yeah.
And also, there's I can't remember what range it's from of theirs. It's another rocket launcher.
Oh, right.
But it's more suitable for the naval rocket launchers than the Royal Horse Artillery rocket launchers, and they were used more. I think the the Horse were used in Orleans, but that was it. But the others were used throughout the war.
Shaco says Eagle Minis are cracking value, but he found the Napoleonics a little bit more 25 than 28.
Okay. See what their ECW are like.
Yeah, we can take up an ECW standard bearer from Warlord and compare them, can't we?
That's it. That's what we do. War bases, of course, because I need to get bases for our command, but I also need to get bases for the rest of this Kings of War. Because when I ordered them for the shop, I only ordered for the Norman infantry size. I didn't order for the larger models, so I need to buy a few of them. Pointless waiting for another order. I might as well just get them at the show. And then just generally look around, maybe see if I can get some books on the English Civil War. Get one with lots of pictures in, so I ain't got to do too much reading.
Leon said Empress do some nice ECW, so we could have a nose of those, can't we?
I don't know if are they there? Are they?
They were last time. I don't know whether they're there this time.
They might have done my list. I've actually got a list somewhere around the house.
And Shakos and Spruce says he can't wait for the Paul Hicks Airborne. Yeah, they are very nice. But
also, I think Eagle Miniatures also have some of the flags of war as well.
All right, yeah.
Whether they'll be at the show or not, I don't know.
Yeah,
but that's mainly what I'm going to. And I'll look at the second-hand stuff because
Flags of War were there last time.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get some.
I think, and they were doing because they were putting out the Kickstarter. It was just for the Kickstarter of the Borders Reba stuff.
Right.
On that at that time.
I don't think there's as many traders this year as there was last.
They've cut back because they're only going to do the main hall, and I think it was again cost.
Right, okay.
The additional cost of doing the second hall would put prices up quite significantly.
Oh no, that means we've got to use the toilets in the main hall.
Yeah.
Oh, they're disgusting.
They are not good.
Oh, maybe we might just go across the other hall to use the toilets.
Shakos and Spruce says he'll pop and say hi at Hammerhead. Yeah, please do. Saw we were busy last time. Yeah, just come and say hi, and we can we'll just take a little slow down in the action of the Home Guard and say hi. Yeah, on my shopping list, Iron Gate scenery.
Oh yeah,
I want to get some graves for Boot Hill. Get a few of those for the for when we do our cowboy games, because I want to make up a graveyard. So get some for them, and rafts, probably 2 rafts. So I've got 1 raft, so we can do the 3 raft scenario from the Rebels and Patriots book.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and Paul says he'll say hi. Excellent. The more the merrier.
Come along.
Leon working on the 4th of March. Oh, that's a sad state of affairs, mate. But somebody's got to.
I'm working on the 4th of March.
Yeah, you will be, but at Hammerhead.
Yeah.
That's just showing up.
I'll be busy promoting the store.
Yeah. So it's either that. So it's probably some graves, and then some raft, perhaps 2 rafts, and then the ECW stuff.
Yeah. I say I'll also look at the sort of the bring and buy type thing that they have. Yeah. Hopefully it won't be dominated by 40k stuff like it was last time.
There was a lot of 40k stuff, wasn't there?
Oh, there was too much.
You wonder why, don't you? So it's just people getting out in hobby, or just replacing with the new stuff? I don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah.
As I say.
A bit of both. A lot of people who play 40k also swap and change their armies to whichever one's the most popular one at the time. So
Yeah.
you get a lot of, I mean, it's good on GW for the turnover in sales as such, is it? But it's not so much for.
Yeah, I mean that's that they do, don't they? We thought they still have that practice of bringing out new stuff, but we won't upset John by talking about Games Workshop.
His favourite trader.
Yeah,
No comments.
not so much now.
Not so much now.
Yeah. So Shakers and Spoons says if they're flogging 40k for historical, yeah, that's good. And I have seen a lot of people going from 40k to bolt action.
Yeah, there's a lot of people around me that have gone over, but also they're bringing the win at all cost attitude with them, trying to build the best army they can. You know, a lot of people bring in Japanese spearmen and things like that, or the Soviet army with the 3 multi-launchers on the trucks and that. It's very.
Oh god, yeah. Multi-launchers, I do hate those. Particularly, it's not necessarily the multi-launcher in itself; it's just the rules that surround it. So that if you aim at a house,
and
it clips the house, then the other bit hits.
Yeah, anything within 6 inches.
Within 6 inches of the house.
Yeah,
and it's like, God, no.
Yeah.
I don't play bolt action anymore.
We haven't played it for a little while, have we? So
no, I've got no intention of playing it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm fed up with all the. I'm not one for reading FAQs and all the rest of it, and I just want to play the game. And I'm fed up of playing the game, and then someone says, "Oh, you can't do that now. They've changed it in the FAQ." You know.
I think last time I looked, the FAQ was about 31 pages.
Yeah, I can't be bothered with that. I have enough trouble reading rules. FAQs.
They are in need of a consolidation for edition.
The thing is also, I'm playing lots of other games, and I'm enjoying all them other games more than I'm enjoying bolt action.
Yeah,
because it's quite a simplified system.
The only thing I have found is swapping between Lion Rampant, Dragon Rampant, Rebels, and Patriots. Is that I'm getting some of the changes in the slight changes in the rules slightly wrong.
Yeah, I have the same problem. Not so much with Lion Rampant and Dragon Rampant, definitely with Rebels and Patriots.
Yeah, but it's just remembering which section what we're actually in, isn't it? So we're in that,
and we've got new rules to learn this year as well, which is going to be interesting. We've got to learn Viking Shot.
We've got Viking Shot and we've got Xenos Rampant.
And I've got Kings of War to learn.
Oh yeah. I might dabble with that, as I said as in the last show, with the War Games Atlantic.
Well, they're due out in mid-March.
Oh right, are they?
Well, that's what Alistair said. Yeah.
Better start saving them then.
He's quite up on that. But we know what they're like. Look at the Boxer Rebellion. Took them 2 years.
Leon's feeling very unwell at the moment. He might be very poorly.
Not surprised. I'm hating all them horses.
Yeah, Andy Shaw says that's why he sticks with Lardy games. Yeah, although depending on which ones you're playing, you can get a little bit confused within those if you're doing. Because I did Dux Britanniarum the other day, and I did Through Mud and the Blood, and Rebels and Sharp Practice, and then Chain of Command. It gets slightly a little mixed on a few of them, but not so bad. Not so bad. Yeah, so I think that's all in my shopping list to go for, and then anything else that catches the eye, I suppose. But I don't think there's very much that we need. It might be terrain-wise that we see a few bits that might.
I'd like to try and find some winter terrain for my Kings of War.
All right, yeah.
But other than that, yeah. You know me with terrain. I hate making terrain.
Yeah. So what haven't we covered? Oh, Warlord Resin, John.
Yeah,
You got that sample, didn't you?
yeah. I haven't really looked at it, to be honest with you. I'm
You
not.
looked at it?
Nah, I weren't over enthusiastic about the last lot resin they did. I don't know. Resin. It's still bendy.
It is still bendy. I've seen for if people want to have a good look at it, I suggest having a look at Sonic Sledgehammer on the YouTubes, because he does a quite a nice review of the new Italian support group stuff with the resins. It is very bendy still. In fact, he got the barrel of it and bent it over double to see whether it would break, but it didn't. It just sprung back. So that is interesting.
Yeah, I'm still not sold on it. I'll be honest.
Shakers and screws. Is it just Sire cast, whatever it is, hard with Warlord's own name? I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah.
They market it as their own thing, don't they?
Yeah, and if you have a look at his Sonic's video, he has been filing it, which you couldn't do with the earlier part of the resin. Do you know the ancients that they did within the resin?
Yes.
And when you had a mold line going down it, it was very hard to take the mold line off with a scraper, or even with a sander. With sanding it
Is that the Mythic American stuff, is it?
Yeah, and there's a lot of the companies that have taken up the SciCast or whatever it is. So I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, interesting with how it looks. So yeah, well, we'll have to have a look at it, John, next time I'm down in the shop and
Yeah.
out of it, pack it.
I'm waiting on the American Civil War Epic commanders.
Yeah,
I'm not sure whether they're made out of resin or whether they're metal figures. So I'll
As
find
far
out.
as I know, they're only doing the bolt action in the resin to start with.
Yeah. So.
As far as I'm aware.
Yeah. Well, they might be metal then, which is better for me. I'd rather have metal because I don't really want any.
Yeah, I'd rather have metal. I don't mind resin.
Yeah, I think it's because I'm getting lazy. I'd rather have a metal model in one piece than get a plastic one that's to glue the arms on it and then paint it. Just get a metal one, clean it up, wash it, and paint it.
Yeah, it's difficult to say, isn't it? So we'll have to have a look at that in the balance. And
well, so you can take it away if you want to do a review.
Yeah, okay, John, I'll do that.
You might
see under an arm.
Well, I'll hopefully be seeing you Sunday. So
dogs. Hey, Ollie, that's my name.
I'll bring you with me. Ken,
what is this stupid man doing?
Well, the dogs have taken over.
Yeah.
Dogs have taken the show over. I'll bring it along Sunday.
Yeah, Leon says, I have to come up with new ways of manufacture stuff. Let's face it, we will all be 3D printing in the not too distant future. They'll be out of business.
Don't start me on that one.
No, John's bugbear for 3D printing. Yeah. And Shakerson Sprue says they're using SciCast machines, so he thinks it is the new SciCast. Could well be, but anyway, as John says, he'll lock me over the figure, and I'll have a look at it and see what it is.
I only use 3D printer for terrain. I don't print figures because I think if I printed figures, then that takes money off the people actually design them and make them and all that. So I just print terrain.
Yeah,
I've got nothing against people 3D printing. Don't get me wrong. I just feel that before I worked, well, some time ago, I was a manager at a game store selling computer games. And I've seen what online purchasing of games has done to the industry.
Paul's got to go, so take care, Paul, and we'll see you.
And I can just see a very similar thing happening to wargaming in the future. Not probably in my lifetime, but and then if there's no manufacturers to go to shows to sell product, then there won't be shows because no one's going to go to a show just to look at participation games.
Yeah, there is that. There's an issue.
I just think for the future, it's going to be a lot easier for people to do things, but yeah, it's not.
No, it's all changed on the chair.
I can just see it happening because I've seen it happen before in another industry. So
yeah,
change of dog. One's.
It'll take years for it to happen. I won't do 3D printing. A personal reason why I won't do 3D printing is I know full well I will not clean the printer properly. To start with, I will, but I had the same problem with airbrushes, you know. When I first got my airbrush, it was clean it all every time, and then slowly but surely you start thinking, oh, I'll clean it next time. I don't think I would keep the cleaning of it up.
I might have to throw a dog out in the garden, back in the tick.
Yeah, go on. Out there. Right.
My printer's just a PLA printer, so it's not like resin. There's not that much cleaning up with it. Basically, all you've got is the printer bed, which you just wipe down. So that's not so much printing.
Not too bad then. Yeah. Well, I've got some 3D printed stuff because I have one bolt action army, which is my 1941 retreat through the Philippines army. And I've sort of got some sort of like proxy items in that just to make it look more fun. We have to do a video on that one, Ken.
Yes. I have got such a gobby whippet, and he gets very excited.
You sure he's not asking for his dinner?
No, it's just excitable. Yeah.
He gets like that this time of night, doesn't he?
He does. They at night. We're a little bit. They've gone off of the boil at 9 o'clock, so it is getting a bit late for them. They start thinking it's getting ready time for bed, and we go out in the garden and we get a biscuit, and they start to make noises about it. They're very good at that. So yeah. So probably on that note, because the natives are getting restless out there. Probably call it a halt then for this week. So thank you very much, Martin.
Thanks very much for having me on.
And we shall. Let's go. Dog's back. Probably what's 2 weeks? There's going to be. He says, not knowing at all.
10th, I think.
Because it just throws us out because of the
10th of March, Ken, because Hammerhead's on the 4th, which is Saturday.
Okay, then we could say the 10th of March then.
That's 2 weeks' time.
Yeah,
well,
and if Martin is coming back for the 10th of March, he's welcome. Check your calendar, your social events calendar, Martin.
Yeah. 10th of March. Should be all right for that, yeah. By then, I should have started me English Civil War stuff.
Yeah, don't know what I've done by the 10th of March. Cool. I've got no idea what I'm doing.
When I finish me War of the Roses, I'm going to go back to doing Napoleonics. I'm going to do a Hanoverian Brigade. So I've got one unit with the starter set. So I've got 2 boxes of Hanoverian. I've got the British starter set as well. So it gives me 4 Hanoverian units. So I'm going to be going on with them. Yeah. And then when I finish me bolt action stuff, I'll be starting me English Civil War.
Excellent.
So hopefully I'll be well underway getting on with doing that in a couple of weeks' time.
That's the other dog now starting to speak. Sometimes they don't do things in unison, but there we are. But yeah, so I should have these finished up by Sunday, hopefully, and then I might then do another American Civil War unit in between, and then start off the next infantry unit for the ECW. But I should have my book through then, the Waller's book, so we'll have a look at that.
Yeah.
And see what we've got there. Dog back, you can see him.
Yeah.
He got one of his ducks. That'll keep him quiet for a moment. Anyway, thank you very much to everyone who watched.
Cheers, everyone.
And if you're watching it on catch up, thank you very much. And thanks everyone for the comments in the sidebar. And we'll see you on the 10th. So
Thank you very much.
take care and look after yourselves. And see people at Hammerhead if you're there.